If you are one of the few people that have missed that massive run in Bitcoin, then I have amazing news for you today, because Ethereum is loading an insane pump to the upside, and we have to position ourselves right now to take advantage of that. And of course, we're going to talk about the Bitcoin price and some altcoins, so definitely stick around here if you think that's interesting, and make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, you like this video, and also activate the bell to help with the algorithm pushing that video to as many people as possible. And now let's directly dive into it. First, we're going to start off today with Bitcoin, because Bitcoin was yesterday going on a real tear here to the upside. Just when we are looking here, in one single day, Bitcoin moved almost 10%, 9.13% to the upside. And even today, Bitcoin is up a total of 2.28%. That's quite a lot for Bitcoin to move like this within 3 days. But here on the daily chart, I want to give you a word of caution. And for that reason, I have put on here the EMA ribbon. The price, when the EMA ribbon flips back into a trend, either into an uptrend or into a downtrend, the price always comes back, especially when the price is far away from the ribbon, to retest the ribbon. So here in this scenario, I believe the ribbon will just move up like this. But that means the price has to still come back at some point to test the ribbon and then continue to go higher. So let's just say I would be right with the way how I draw it. Then a test around $28,500, $29,000-ish could be in the cards if Bitcoin stays above $29,000, let's say for the next 5-6 days-ish. In that scenario, the EMA ribbon would catch up, and we would see a retest around $28,500, $29,000, which will give you another opportunity to long Bitcoin at these price levels, which are also coinciding here with the CPR, with the pivots, where the price was gravitating to before that massive pump, and you see we hit it. And this will now also be a gravitational point for the price to come back for a retest, and then we have to see if we can successfully do a retest or if we then fall through it. But I believe we're gonna have a successful retest and gonna then continue to go higher and to pump here into $32,000, $33,000 into that kind of area over the next 10 days-ish, the same time frame that I also was mentioned yesterday. So now let's go here to the 3-day chart. Here on the 3-day chart, we have hit one of our targets, and that was $30,515. I had spoken about that target also for quite a while already and told you that there we should take some initial profits, but it still looks like that we can hit our high target of basically $32,000 all the way up here. I think that's still in the cards, especially because that is also the technical target for that falling wedge on the 3-day chart that we were in and broke to the upside. And here applies the same rule for the EMA ribbon. The price has to come back to retest the EMA ribbon. I can show it to you. Here we moved away from the ribbon, then we came back down, almost touched it, then we got another pump. So and the same has to happen here also. We got now our pump. We have to come back to test the ribbon at some point, maybe there, and then we continue to go higher from there, and then potentially turn around. So also on the 3-day chart, this still has to happen. And the RSI is slowly approaching also overbought conditions, which also pointing to that a correction might be coming as early as next week for Bitcoin, which will be healthy. You know, we have to understand Bitcoin cannot go up over 20% in 3 days and we don't get a correction. That's impossible. So we need to see a small correction, even if it's only like 5-6% to the downside, but we need to get a small correction. Then here on the 30 minutes chart, here I want that you pay attention to this upward sloping support line. As long as the Bitcoin price stays above that support line, the longer we're gonna maintain the trend and continue to go higher. But once we are breaking this trend line on the 30 minutes chart, you can start shorting Bitcoin to 29,300 and all the way down to 28,800 approximately. That would be my final target, and that will give you a nice profit once we are losing the upward sloping trend line. If we maintain to stay above that, then also here still the target remains between $31,000 and $32,000 before we see here any major correction. Here on the 1 hourly chart, I see here a pattern evolving, and here's actually on the stochastic arrows still a lot of room to go higher, which is scary. So you could argue that we have kind of here a bull flag formation. I can also technically draw it a little bit lower, kind of like this, and then we have some outliers. So technically we would have here also a flag. But this flag can also not move, go on for much longer. It has to break out in the next, let's say, 2 hours. If it's not breaking out, then we also might gonna see already correction to the downside, because the longer a flag formation drags on, the longer sideways movement, especially in that kind of price region, goes on, the more likely it is that we're gonna drop to the downside. So here you see the technical target would be $31,800, which is coinciding with the targets that I just gave you on the higher time frames and also on the 30 minutes chart. So it makes absolutely sense that we potentially go all the way up there if we break out of that bull flag formation. And I also, of course, have seen also that potential W here, but that will give us a lower target. But it's nice because then we have kind of like a range if we bounce between both targets. So that is 31,240. So 31,240 all the way up to 31,800. That is your profit taking range if we are breaking out here to the upside. And the first sign will be here when we are breaking $30,380, $50, $30,350. So what you can clearly see here is that once we are closing above $30,333 a daily candle, then there is again a gap in the VPVR. Yeah, that nice gap here, a gap until $38,700. So the price could be gravitating next to that volume area to the upside before. I don't believe that we not see a correction beforehand, but that could be a target for the next 3 to 4 months, maybe even faster. With everything what's happening in the market, based on the VPVR, that would be the next target based on the VPVR if we go above $30,400. So which would be insane. So it would be another 20% to the upside. If we go, let's say by next week up there, that will be a massive, massive bull trap, and we have to be careful. So I would not be trading that. If we see if I would catch it, I would trade it, to be honest, So, but let's say I would not catch it and I see it at 35K, I will not enter anymore. It's too dangerous. If I catch it at 32, yes, 32 to 37, yes, that's something that I take. But if it would be at 34, 35, I leave it. The chance of a massive bull trap is way too high, or a long squeeze. That is a risk that I'm not willing to take. Now let's talk about a little bit about altcoins. So the Bitcoin dominance is still on a massive run here to the upside. Really interesting to see here that we are getting closer and closer to the 52.14% level. And I'm gonna explain you in a second what the dominance has to do with the massive run in Ethereum that is coming stay here around until the end. It's really important that you hear that, because we can make a lot of money with Ethereum in the next coming days and potential 2 weeks approximately. Let's talk about Link here first. I had shown you yesterday here my potential targets for Link. We got really close to the first one by yesterday already and went here up over 7%. So we got really close to my target here. I hope you took initial profits, because that's what I did. When we were up here, I took profits off the table. Sorry, not there. I was like at, 575-ish. That was where I was taking profit. But I still have another position running on Link. Here, I still believe that we're going to see in the immediate short term a break above $5.87. Then we see a small correction, and then we're going to continue above $6 and beyond. So definitely keep an eye on that. Don't close your positions yet. I had a higher risk leverage trade running on that, and that was the one that I closed. My long-term positions I'm still holding for the target all the way up here or potentially here, depending on how high we get in this upcoming run. And guys, don't forget, if you want to trade these coins with me together, especially altcoins and Ethereum, do this on BYBIT. You still get $30,000 if you sign up with my specific link here in the pinned comment and in the description below. Or you trade on ASCENDEX, you still get $2,000 in bonuses there, and you earn in Bitcoin while you are trading, which is insane, but also only with the link below, guys. And if you want to learn how I am trading and my style of trading, and if you want to become a professional trader, then also pre-register for my course and my mentorship program, which will be online over the weekend. It's not for free, guys. Keep that in mind. It's not for free. It will be online, but you can here pre-register, and you will be the first one to know when I go online with my website. So now let's move on to the last altcoin besides Ethereum that I want to talk about today, and that is INJ. INJ also massive run here yesterday to the upside. So only yesterday 10%, today 10%, and yesterday roughly the same. 11.37% just yesterday. But INJ has not managed to break this downward sloping resistance line yet. And until we are breaking it with confirmation, we have to be careful here. I closed all my INJ positions for now. I was scalping it a little bit today. You can see it in the free Telegram group that I was posting my profit there from today on that trade when I was scalping it within like 30 minutes-ish. But otherwise, we have to wait for that break. Once we see that break, then we can enter into a massive long position to all the technical targets here on the Fibonacci extension level, the 0.786, $8.35, $10, all the way up here to $14.60, $14.86 on the golden ratio, on the golden pocket here. That is my long-term target here in that run for INJ, and I also have a long-term back for that. So now let's talk about Ethereum. I want to explain you why here a massive run for Ethereum is looming in the shadows right now. And the first reason for that is that we have to look at the Ethereum Bitcoin chart. If you would buy Ethereum or let me put it this way, if you exchange your Ethereum for Bitcoin, when you are here at the bottom, then you will, the other way around. If you have Bitcoin and you see it here at the bottom, you want to exchange it for Ethereum. And when you do that and you wait that this chart goes up again, let's say all the way up here to the top, and then you exchange your Bitcoin back, your Ethereum back against Bitcoin, then you made 36% from where the price is now more in Bitcoin. And that is a really good strategy if you want to make more Bitcoin with Ethereum. And I believe that here massive run in Ethereum is coming because we went here down for quite a while already and mostly red, and there must be a bounce coming back to the upside. And we are also heavily oversold on the RSI, and that on a daily chart. So this has to come up here in the next coming days to correct that, and that will lead also, on the other hand, in the dollar Ethereum chart to continuation to the upside. And as you can see, Ethereum is running here into a resistance right now and tries to break above that. There and also here, kind of like there. And if Ethereum breaks through that resistance, then there's also not much stopping from Ethereum to go your way higher. So you can also argue that here is a downward sloping resistance line, something like this here. Yeah, but in any case, it's more or less broken already. Yeah. So and the next potential target for Ethereum would be this top here, this high at $2,150. And also when we are looking at the Fibonacci extensions, so what we can see is that the price just bounced off the golden ratio at $1,850 and $1,875. So that looks right now as this would be acting as support, which is really, really good. And like I said, the next target should be then $2,148 approximately. This will happen, you have to pay attention here, once the Bitcoin dominance is turning around. The Ethereum price will start to go up. Oh, shit. So here. The Ethereum price will start to go up. And also Ethereum against Bitcoin will go up. And once we are breaking this downward sloping resistance line, that will be your confirmation where you normally want to get into that trade. You don't want to do it before because you don't know how much lower we are still going. So you want to get in kind of like here. But that could be a quick 24% how you can make more Bitcoin with Ethereum. And let me show you why I believe that this will coincide with a drop in the dominance. So when I go here to the 2nd of May, see here, from here, it started to trend up. Now let's look what happened with the price at the 2nd of May. Here also, there, the price moved up. What happened with the Bitcoin dominance at that time? The Bitcoin dominance, 2nd of May, here, the Bitcoin dominance had a wick to the downside on the 2nd of May, and then you see it rolled over and went down until the 12th of May. And here you see this was still continuing while the dominance was going down until the 7th of June. And the Ethereum price was going up until the 7th in dollar terms. So, and I believe once we are rallying here to the upside with Ethereum against Bitcoin, that we're gonna see a spike in Ethereum in the price to the upside. And like I said, that is an amazing strategy if you want to make more Bitcoin with Ethereum. Now would be the time to exchange your Bitcoin against Ethereum and ride this to the upside and sell it then back for more Bitcoin. Guys, I hope you have understood that. Let me know in the comments if you want to know more strategies like that. I'm curious to know if I should talk more about that, how you can increase the value of your portfolio in Bitcoin and Ethereum or in dollar terms. Let me know in the comments below, and make sure that you smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you then again tomorrow.